Like, I had to fix the steering wheel on my belly because I couldn't like fully turn with my hand. Yeah. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Riley with essentially Mrs. Wilson. I'm thinking about changing my name over to essentially Riley. That is what my Instagram handle is, and so I think I'm just gonna change it over and have it match. I feel like most of you probably won't care what I change my handle to, but let me know if you think I should just keep it essentially Mrs. Wilson. I don't know. Alright, well, you guys came here to listen or hear my second trimester update. Today I am officially 27 weeks, so that means that I am officially out of my second trimester and I'm in my third trimester. The second trimester flew by. Like, flew by. I don't even know how it went so fast and how I grew so big. I don't know. But the second trimester was lovely, and that's probably why it went so fast, is I literally just soaked it all in, because my first trimester was a little bit rough. If you haven't seen that video, go watch that. But my second trimester, I was living the glory days. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. I have everything on my phone in my notes. I literally just labeled it pregnancy, and I just listed my week by week. So I left off on week 11 last video. So we'll start on week 12 and we will go all the way to week 27. Well, week 26, I guess. I'll go through week 26, and today I'm 27 weeks exactly, which I'm pretty sure is my first trimester. I don't know, have you guys ever Googled that? Like, there's multiple things that say different things. So, I'm going with I'm in my first trimester. I don't know. Maybe I'm confusing it. I don't know. We're going with it though. So, anyways, let me scroll back now to week 12. So, just a little recap. I was super nauseous my first trimester, and I had a hard time taking in food and vitamins and all the things. So I really struggled with that, and then I really struggled with being nauseous at work and how to kind of cope with that. But no, I was put on progesterone. No other major symptoms or worries or anything like that. Everything looked good when we went in we did an 8-week ultrasound. Everything looked great. Baby looked great. Exactly where she should be, or they should be, because we didn't know then. We pretty much opted out of everything except that first initial blood test. I got put on the progesterone. We went in for that 8-week appointment because the doctor wanted to see me if I was being put on progesterone. So I got an 8-week ultrasound, and that was it. That's pretty much, we opted out of everything else. I didn't do any blood tests or any of that stuff. I will emphasize this too. I am trying to live a more holistic life. I don't necessarily believe in all the ultrasounds or all the interventions that might take place during pregnancy and birth. So we have opted in to do a home birth with our amazing midwife, so we couldn't be more excited about that, and I'm doing a lot of work in preparation to get me prepared for that, and Josh, but I do not regret my decision at all, and I have the utmost confident in my body to be able to birth this baby girl perfectly at home. So just wanted to put that emphasis out there before we got started. Okay, so week 12, I actually stopped the progesterone. It ran out, and at this time, I believe that your placenta should be able to now provide the progesterone that you need and all the nutrients that baby needs. So that's why he had me stop. I was tired. I've been tired this whole pregnancy. Nothing has changed there. I did get really sick, I guess, that week again. I'm trying to remember if it was nausea or if I was like actually like sick. I don't remember that. And I had a little bit of acid reflux. That was all of that week though. So I'm a little surprised I got sick after stopping the progesterone. So I wonder if that was like cough sick. I don't know. Okay. Week 13, I had no nausea. Woo woo. I did get a cold though, and I had like coughing, congestion, things like that, nasty stuff. I just believe that was like, you know, your immune system's a little lower. I wasn't able to take all my vitamins my first trimester because I couldn't keep them down, and I worked with 5-year-olds that are nasty. So I chalk it up to that. I was starting to want more food. So if you remember my first trimester, I didn't want food at all. I started out like 2 weeks with loving food, and then it just went downhill really quick. And I no longer wanted food. Nothing sounded good. So I'm starting to want food again. And that was the week that I actually told my students. Week 14, I was feeling good. That's what I put, feeling good. My pants would not button anymore, so I used the little hair tie trick. So you wrap the hair tie around the belt buckle, or not the belt buckle, yeah, the belt buckle, and then you hook it to your button so they kind of like stretch with your belly. So that was kind of hard, especially trying to like dress nice as a teacher. And not having too many clothes to wear, and it was like spring/winter still, so that was also hard because like you want to wear jeans, but my jeans were getting tight, and it was like too warm to wear like leggings and sweaters some days, but then it was not warm enough to wear like dresses. So I struggled with the wardrobe for a while. I think I finally just started wearing leggings and kind of like trying to dress up my leggings as much as possible, or like wear like a nice sportier outfit. That's what I try to do. That's what I try to get away with. But yeah, that was a struggle. And I started becoming more hungry. Week 15. Whew, goodness. Week 15, I had a lot more energy, and but my patience were pretty short, and I was hungry and thirsty all the time, and I put that I was actually sleeping really well. But my feet started hurting, which is interesting. That probably was just like the extra weight that I'm not used to, and then being on my feet all day, and yeah. Week 16, I put that my belly popped. I'll have to insert a photo of that week on the screen. I can't hair tie the pants anymore, so my hair tie trick was no longer working. It was far too gone. I started to get more emotional and hungry. I also put that my belly was stretching and it was getting tight, which I just feel like is the coolest thing. Like, I don't know, it's like your belly's so not really big, but it's just stretching and it just feels so tight and it feels so cool. It's like you ate like a huge amount but you don't feel full. And so like I just loved that feeling, and I still do actually. So that was really neat. Week 17. I put that I was hungry. That was the first thing I put. Yeah, second trimester, you get a lot more hungry. You start loving food again. And I don't know about cravings. I haven't really had any cravings, so my belly is getting bigger is what I put. I'm feeling good, exclamation point. I put that my lower back hurt. Oh, so I must have been out of school at this point. I was done with school. And I came home to the home that I neglected for 9 months that literally Josh kept afloat. Thank God for him. And I literally just started cleaning everything, like one room at a time, and decluttering everything. So that's kind of what I put there. I said my lower back hurt, but I'm also doing this, so that's probably why. So it was like almost like I went through nesting that early, but I really just think it was because like my poor home was neglected for so long that I felt like I just needed it. So I don't know, we'll see if I nest again. That'll be interesting to see. And I started leg cramps. So it was when I would wake up out of bed I would get them. Usually it's like I've had Charlie horses in the past, and it's usually like when I stretch in the middle of the night. This is when I would wake up, stretch, get out of bed, I would have leg cramps. So I'm like, well, maybe I just need to drink more water, have some more potassium. I don't know. And then that next week I saw my midwife. That's when she told me to take magnesium for my leg cramps. So I started magnesium as soon as possible. I put that I was feeling amazing. So a couple weeks back, so this is week 18 now, so a couple weeks prior, I started to get this redness on the sides of my breast. I don't know, you can't really see, on the sides of my breast and the inside. And it wasn't like where my breast laid when I wasn't wearing a bra. It wasn't like a rash, it was just like red. It was just red. It wasn't irritable, it wasn't irritated, it didn't itch, like nothing. It was just red, and it was just there, like I just noticed it. So I washed it for a couple weeks. It didn't spread, it didn't get worse, but it was still pretty like bright red. I like changed my bra style, things like that, to see if it got better. Nothing. I hadn't changed any products, so I knew it wasn't that, and I didn't have it anywhere else. Anyways, told my midwife about it, showed them. She was a little confused because it wasn't like itchy and it didn't seem hot, and it was just like there. So she said, well, go ahead and try some tea tree oil on it, see if that helps, see if it's like a yeasty thing. She said if that doesn't work for a good 3 days, like do that religiously, then start putting frankincense on it. So I put that I tried the tea tree oil. Week 19, we went on our trip to Florida, our little baby moon. That was literally perfect. We love Pensacola, Florida. We've gone 3 times now since Josh and I have been together. It's our favorite place, and we just relaxed. It was so nice, but I did have major lower back and sciatica pain in the car. That was the only thing, and it was pretty uncomfortable. Yeah, it was really uncomfortable actually. And I tried like everything. It wasn't working. I kind of was actually struggling with food this week as well, so I really only wanted like certain foods during the trip, like fried shrimp, so good in Florida, but I didn't even really want it. I don't know, it was super strange. And like, we bought food to eat at the condo, and I just didn't really want that. I was just very picky that week, which sucked because like I had limited options. I don't know. My sleep was okay, but like I said, I had that lower back and sciatica pain, so that was pretty uncomfortable. And I started my restless legs. So I actually hadn't taken magnesium yet because I didn't get it ordered in time before our trip. So I actually wasn't taking magnesium at this point. So my restless legs were bothering me. So that was no good. And then my feet and my ankles actually swelled up. And sometimes when we go to the beach or it's hot, my toes will swell. I don't know, that's probably not healthy. But my ankles started swelling. And so that was really strange to me. I was like, I don't know, maybe it's just too much salt. The food that I'm eating in the ocean, and the seaweed was really bad. I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but seaweed's actually not supposed to be like that great for you, like to touch on your skin, is what I googled. I don't know. So like maybe that's why. Once I got home though, like the swelling went away, and I haven't had swelling since, so there's that. And then I thought that I felt baby move a couple times during the trip. At this point, I hadn't felt baby move. I knew that like I could start feeling her move, and that everyone said it felt like flutters and stuff like that, and I felt some kind of movement. I don't know if I would describe that as flutters. Even now, I'm like, that's not really what I would describe as flutters. That's just me. I don't know, maybe your guys' babies feel different. Maybe yours feels like flutters. I don't know. When they tell me it feels like flutters, and then I actually was like, oh yeah, that's baby. I was like, that doesn't feel like flutters. It just feels like something's inside of me. I don't know. So I thought I felt baby, but I didn't know. I didn't know what it felt like. So I just kind of like chalked it up. I'm like, I don't know. Week 20, when we came back, we had our anatomy scan, which was so exciting. We had them put the gender in an envelope, but baby looked perfect and normal. The tech actually commented on how huge the baby's eyes were, and baby could not sit still. She was just moving all over the place, and then like hitting herself in like the face, and putting her hands up by her mouth. So it was just really neat to see. And then like as I'm watching, you know, the ultrasound, her doing the ultrasound, and I'm also feeling it, I'm like, oh yeah, that was baby moving. This is baby moving. Okay. So that just kind of like helped me, I guess. I don't know. I don't know if I was like paranoid, like you're just making things up, Riley, that's not baby moving, or what it was. So the anatomy scan really helped me like put that together, I guess, if that's what you want to say. And then after that, I started feeling baby move a lot more. And I think it was just me like knowing like, okay, that's what that feels like, and then like actually thinking about it. I put that I was pretty hungry. I put the swelling went down, which is what I said. I had lots of energy, and I felt like I was nesting still. Again, I'm curious to see if I'll have that feeling again, because right now I have been a little unmotivated. But we'll see. I wonder if that was like my nesting period, or if like it was just like a, yeah, you need to get this done, Riley, and I'll have another nesting period. I don't know. I hope I have another nesting period, because baby's nursery needs to be done. Okay, moving on. Oh, I put that Josh and I found out the ginger that week too because we couldn't wait. And if you haven't watched that video, go watch that video because that was really fun to make for you guys. Week 22, Josh and I can feel baby move on the outside, which lots of things say that you won't be able to feel baby move until later. But, I mean, her kicks were strong. Now, it wasn't every time she moved that we could feel her on the outside. It was like, literally, we would get lucky. I was like, I don't know if I can actually feel it on the outside, Josh, because I can feel it on the inside. So I'm like, I don't know. I feel like I can feel it on the outside, though. So I tried to, like, get her to move for Josh, and Josh was like, no, I felt her. Like, yeah, that's crazy. So at 22 weeks, Josh was actually able to feel baby move. So that was really cool. I put that I had a little bit of acid reflux, and I had my midwife appointment. Baby was actually measuring 1 week ahead of schedule, so that's great. And then during my midwife appointment, we just started talking about like how I can start preparing my body for our home birth and things like that. So we talked about meditating, and so after that appointment I started meditating. Week 23, acid reflux kicked in. Baby continues to move. Nothing much has changed really. I was still feeling good, getting a lot done, lots of energy. Oh, we purchased a pool. So my pool is like 10 foot. So at this point it's probably like June, July. Probably July. Yeah, July. It's like 10 foot and it's only like 3 feet deep, but it's literally perfect for me to be able to like get outside, get my vitamin D in, get movement in, sunbathe. I love it. Like, it's the best purchase ever. So if you guys can do that while you're pregnant, but I don't know what I'm gonna do when summer's over, because I only have like 1 more month of my pool and then I have to put it away. So I might have to get like a membership. I don't know. I just love swimming so much. And it gets my movement in, and I know baby loves it. So we'll have to figure that out. I put that I started meditating. So we like to meditate right now on the Headspace app. If you haven't heard about the Headspace app, I will link it down below. I believe it's free for like, it used to be free for teachers. I know that for sure. I want to say like first responders, nurses, things like that as well. I don't know. So I will link that below, and if you want to see or check that out, I would encourage it. They have this 2 like part pregnancy meditation sessions, and they're only like 11 minutes right now is where we're at, and they're great. I love Headspace. And it just has so many other things too besides pregnancy. Stress, sleep, so many things on the app. So I encourage you to check that out. Alright, week 24. I have bad acid reflux. I'm having to eat every 3 hours. So usually when you have acid reflux, I feel like it's from food, right? Like usually you have like heartburn and acid reflux after you eat. Mine was not. Mine was like if I don't eat, if I have like an empty stomach, which shouldn't make sense to me, but eating every 3 hours is what helped. Like 3 hours on the dot, because like if I was like a few minutes past, I could start feeling it again. It was so weird. I put that I was a little more constipated, but I was checking my meals, making sure I was getting enough fiber, greens, stuff like that. I could have just had an off week. My belly's growing. This week I'm starting to feel a little uncomfortable. And like, I strictly remember this. Like, getting into bed, getting into the car, getting dressed. Like, I'm starting to feel bigger. My body's changing. Like, that's the only way I can describe it. Like, I'm getting a little bit more uncomfortable because my body is changing, and I'm really starting to notice that. So my body's starting to change. I'm starting to definitely notice. Like I had to fix the steering wheel on my belly because I couldn't like fully turn with my hand. Yeah. Noticing shortness of breath. That's still kind of there. Like going up the stairs, I get short of breath. Things like that. But it's not as bad yet. Not too bad yet. Ooh, restless legs. Okay, so those were pretty bad until I started my magnesium. But even when I started my magnesium, I was only taking like 500 milligrams or something like that. And it was still really bad. Like I was up till like 2 a.m. one night. I was like, this can't happen again. Like, I'm a girl who needs her sleep. If I don't have my sleep, I'm off. Like, I need my sleep. So I'm like, that can't happen again. So I started like a new bedtime routine where I took a Epsom salt bath like after dinner. Then right before bed I would get in the shower. Lights would be off. My diffuser would be going with all my oils. I'd rub magnesium on my legs after my shower, all the oils, and I would meditate. So that helped, but it was still there. Week 26, baby, last week. We had a midwife appointment, and that went well. I had my gestational diabetes check, so usually for gestational diabetes, you have to drink the nasty drink, go in, hopefully pass your test so you don't have to drink that drink again. But for mine and my midwife, we felt that we should just check my blood sugar on a normal day, and if it's good, great. If it's high, then we'll monitor it. I feel as though you shouldn't have to go drink something and test you. No. Like, you should be able to, like, test your blood sugar on a daily basis of what you're normally eating and drinking, and then see if that's high or low or what, and then figure out what you need to do from there. That's how I feel about it. That's how my midwife feels about it. So that is what we did, and my blood sugar came out perfect. So I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing, eating healthy whole foods, just really nourishing my body with good nutritional food, and taking my vitamins and staying hydrated. So she told me to up my magnesium for my legs, so I upped that to like 10 pills, which is, I don't even know how many milligrams at this point. My pills are pretty low in milligrams, so I forget, but I try to space it out throughout the day, but that was making me really sleepy and just relax. So now I'm like trying to squish them in towards the evening, and so that's working. My acid reflux has slowed down, and like I haven't had it in a while, so that's awesome. If we can keep that going, that would be great, because that was awful. I'm feeling good. I'm still seeing my chiropractor once a week. They are certified in the Webster technique. I highly recommend chiropractic, during pregnancy. Just helps with all the aches and pains, like my tailbone. I've always kind of had problems with that kind of coming in and out, and you don't want that during pregnancy because that can lead to baby's positioning. So that's helped me a lot. I just love chiropractic in general, but especially during pregnancy, it is a godsend. And they just remind me to keep moving my hips, go on walks, and stay hydrated. So that is all. I am now in my 3rd trimester, and that is just crazy to me. But I'm so super excited. That means baby's gonna be here soon. That means I'm going to be redoing the nursery here, honestly, like next week. I'm doing the nursery, so I'm really excited about that. And yeah, it's going to go by so fast. And I'm so excited. So I hope that you continue to stay tuned. I will give you a little bump date here. Let's see. She is really popping. Can you see it? Alright guys, I'm all in the blinds now, but I hope you guys enjoyed this update. Thanks for sticking along if you stuck through this long. Stay tuned, there's so many more videos to come, like how I chose my midwife, why I chose my midwife, what I'm doing to prepare for my home birth, baby girl's nursery, and just so much more. So I'm just really excited about what this channel is going to be bringing, and I hope you guys can stay along for the ride. Alright, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.